Alright, what is going on, people of Earth? My name is Chilly Dilly, back at you with another chill-ass video, and today we're going to be doing a new segment on the channel, something I've been wanting to do just for a little bit, but I've had to let my record collection just stack for a while. And for every month, I'm going to try to do my favorite strain of the month, and also my favorite record of the month. I couldn't have done it without the sponsor of today's video. Shout out to JK Distro. They're one of the people that sent over the flower of the strain of the month, and I have actually tried a bunch of other different companies as well this month, flower-wise. This month's favorite strain for me is going to be a Lemon Royale. It's coming in at like 30%. Just kind of tastes like a lemon head, sour head, whatever those things are. To me, I'm way more of a lemon head, lemon, terpene kind of guy. Of course, you know we got to spark up for this video. Cheers. Almost just got an ember on my shirt. And then, of course, my favorite vinyl this month is actually back here on the wall. I'll go ahead and let you take a guess. If it's not very obvious, I've actually just used it in shorts as well. It is going to be the Mac Miller Balloonerism. Now, we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to tell you just some of my favorite songs and then show you the record and whatnot. And just tell you why it's my favorite of this month. Cheers. And yes, we do have some Lemon Royale up in this joint. Off rip, this is what the Mac Miller Balloonerism is looking like. It is a posthumous album, I believe I said that right, which means just after death, sadly. I've been listening to Mac Miller probably since Faces came out, and probably watching movies with the sound off is when I really started to listen to him. Right before I became a senior in high school is when Faces came out. And I just listened to Kids and was just really getting into rap because I liked more of rock music at the time. And Mac Miller is just one of those people that is the best to get into if you're new to rap, new to hip hop, whatever. And especially when you're younger, he was making more frat party style music. Some could say off of Kids and Blue Slide Park, things like that. And once he did watching movies and Faces, that's kind of when stuff got more serious. He was way more open about his drug addiction, things like that. Pretty much, from my understanding, is that this is Faces before Faces. This was something that he was kind of messing with before Faces came out. Unofficial version that came out of this, so really just kind of the, what would you call it? Essentially the leaks, right? The way it was going to be is I think Colors and Shapes from Faces and something else was supposed to be on this, but then got transferred over to Faces, which is still personally my favorite one. But we're going to go off just the track list, and I'm going to tell you guys just kind of which ones, or just kind of what I thought about it. The first one, Tambourine Dream, definitely pretty good, just kind of an intro. Just kind of a beat, whatever. DJ's chord organ with SZA. Now, I believe he has SZA on here twice, and both times I genuinely enjoyed both the songs. I kind of thought Mac was in his kind of his early bag of maybe the Divine Feminine, or even just more of that lovey stuff. This was half lovey, half drug fueled. So I just saw touches of both, and I personally, when I was younger, was just more interested in the drug-fueled side of Mac Miller, which is obviously sad, but that's just, who I was. I was a person that was partying a lot and whatnot, so it made more sense to me. Because, when the Divine Feminine came out, I was in my party phase. I didn't give a fuck about love, and, I wasn't a big fan until I came back years later, tried it again, and was like, oh yeah, this is great. But anyway, Do You Have a Destination is also pretty good. Just kind of a existential kind of song. Just kind of touches on that more existential side of himself. Dollar Pony Rides are, that one was also pretty good. Now, I'd probably say this one and a different one are tied to be my favorite for the whole vinyl. And that would be Friendly Hallucinations. Once again, featuring SZA. Probably one of my favorite songs that Mac has came out with. I just think it ties in really well. Of just a story, essentially, about a girl following hallucinations, for her hallucinations, and, she doesn't think she's crazy, but, literally the whole time he's being everybody thinks she's crazy, and, just stuff like that, and, I thought that was really good. Probably my favorite, to be honest. And then the next one we have is Miss Deborah Downer. That one was okay. Not one that stood out to me as much. The next one would probably be my third favorite, and that would be Stoned. Once again, another kind of existential song talking essentially about a girl that's kind of going crazy with drugs, whatever. Now, is this actually about girls in his life, or is this just another version of him, or just a different way to interpret how he was? Because for a lot of people that don't know about Mac, you know, he wasn't necessarily in like a lot of relationships. Like, you can watch like a lot of stuff, interviews and stuff with him. Like, he had one girlfriend up until like essentially watching movies, and then, you know, obviously Ariana Grande and all that shit. I know I'm a pretty big fan, but, you know, I've been following him forever, dude. Like, I literally been listening to Mac for like 12 years, so. Anyway, really good song. The next one we got up is Shangri-La, which I can't really remember much, but probably was pretty good. I just like the name. Kind of reminds me of, isn't that the COD Zombies? Isn't that one of the maps? Shangri-La, isn't that from like Black Ops? Which probably would have been around the time that he was making this music, because it was back in like 2012, 2013 that he was making these songs. Now see, this next one is the one I was talking about that's tied with my favorite, and that is Funny Papers. Funny Papers was actually the first song that I heard off of Balloonerism, I guess. But I didn't know it was supposed to be Balloonerism. Like, I just heard it as a solo or a single, whatever. And I fell in love with it right away. And also, for those that know that he actually died on a Friday, in which he said in the song, I didn't think anybody died on a Friday. So it's just one of those other things that's just super chilling. And just overall a really good song, man. It's just like, it's a really great way to actually just kind of express how you were looking at life through something as maybe not simple, but as simple as the Funny Papers, or just looking even in the newspaper and finding crazy stories you can make whole songs about, you know what I'm saying? And then the next one we got up is Excelsior, which honestly, that one was pretty good. Transformations with Delusional Thomas, which is literally just him in a different form, because they had like Larry Fisherman, Delusional Thomas, and whatnot. That song was okay, kind of more like trippy. Mannequins was really good. I actually was really surprised that I liked Mannequins a lot. Rick's Piano is probably my fourth favorite. A lot of people say that that's their favorite. I thought that was probably my fourth favorite. And Tomorrow Will Never Know. That was also just a really, really good track. Overall, like I said, this is definitely my vinyl of the month. It came out last month. And yeah, Mac just is obviously super dear to me. Once again, just even the inside is so beautiful, man. Like, it's really, really crazy the work that they put into this, even after his death, his untimely death, which is super, super sad, man. I remember where I was at when it even happened. We're gonna go ahead and take the thing out now and actually look at the vinyl itself. It does come in a nice white, just all around super cool imagery on the packaging. I really, really like it. But yeah, I remember I was at work, and I was a server at the time. And I remember my girlfriend at the time telling me, and I literally had to sit down, and I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried. But this is what the vinyl is looking like. Super nice. I love the white. The faces is yellow. I have a white and a yellow from Mac Miller. I'm hoping to get more colors from him. One thing you will learn about my collection is that I mostly go for the colored vinyls, or just cool colored pressed vinyls. Nothing wrong with the standard black, but I mean, honestly, bro, half the time the colored ones are literally the same price as just the standard black one. And I just think they end up being a lot cooler. This one's white, like I said. Almost all of these behind me are colored. Anyway, man, that is my favorite vinyl. And then my favorite strain is the Lemon Royale. Let me know what you guys think about this video, man. I'm going to be making a whole collection thing soon, and a whole bunch more. But shout out to JK Distro. Shout out to you guys. Peace.